What's going on YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I have a massive amount of pickups this week. It has been an incredible couple weeks of garage sailing and thrifting. We did some out of town thrifting. I found some amazingly rare and expensive items, and I want to go through this as quick as possible, so I'm going to skip a lot of my intro here and just get right into it. But before I do, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. I am halfway to my 600 subscriber giveaway, getting really close. Smash that like button to show some support, and of course comment below with any questions, trades, comments, anything you want about anything you see in this video. And again, please check me out on Instagram at teamgsale.com, or sorry, at teamgsale. And again, thank you for all that support, and also stay tuned because I have a new Wii video coming up, the 10 worst Wii covers. It's going to be a pretty funny one, a little bit different than I normally do, but either way, let's jump right into non-video game pickups. Alright guys, this week I had a lot more puzzles than I normally do, so I'm going to go relatively quickly. We found this at a garage sale in Austin, Manitoba. My family and I went to Brandon for a few days, and we always stop along the way and hit up the little thrift stores, and there happened to be a garage sale in Austin. So I found this DuckTales puzzle. Now right on it, it says 30 cents. It's kind of hard. I actually wrote it. I hate when people do this. If you ever have a garage sale, don't write the prices on the box. It devalues it. But either way, 30 cents is what I paid for this DuckTales puzzle. I'll probably end up putting that up at a convention, selling it for a couple bucks. I found this one at a garage sale in Selkirk, Manitoba. It's Welcome Back Kata, Mr. Kata. Anyone ever watched this show back in the 70s, I believe it was. Really funny show, actually. And yeah, it was $2 at a garage sale. I don't know, again, one of those kind of weird items I'd put up for sale at a convention for like $5 and maybe someone bites on it. All right, these two, very interesting stories. So if you watched my last video, I found a Smurf slot. My son and I went to a garage sale, and the guy had all this vintage stuff. Well, the next week, the guy had the same garage sale with a big sort of caption saying new items arrived. I hope I didn't miss anything, because, man, there was more cool stuff. The first thing I found was this vintage Star Trek puzzle. It actually had the year on it. I just want to... was it 19... Oh, I was on here. I thought it was. I looked this one up. Oh, now I can't seem to find the date on it. Weird. Oh, there it is, 1976. So here's the original series Star Trek puzzle in absolutely mint condition. Like, this thing looks like it's never been opened before. I counted it, all the 150 pieces are there. Super awesome find. I'm most likely going to put that up on eBay. As with this one, $5 as well. This is a vintage G.I. Joe puzzle. Super cool. This is actually the first thing that caught my eye. I believe this is 1982. I don't know if this one has the date. Yeah, it does, 1982. Mint condition. Again, looks perfect. The box is great, no signs of wear, and all the pieces are there. And the last puzzle this week, I found this guy at Value Village. Price is right there, $3.99. I did have 20% off because I got a couple other things, and this is the 200-piece Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All puzzle. So yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm most likely going to put this up on eBay. They do hold a little bit of value, and I did count it, and all 200 pieces are in there. So there is that. And in terms of puzzles this week, that's all I got for puzzles. I did find some videos this week. So here are the media. There's 3 VHSs and a CD. Found this at a garage sale here in town. They didn't have prices on anything, so the woman said $0.25. This is Futurama Bender's Game. So this is a DVD. Based off Futurama, and it was $0.25. So yeah, I might keep this. I might throw it up on eBay. Hard to say. Found these two at the MCC in Morris. They were 50 cents each. This is the Dinosaurs. I think it's Baby's Funniest Adventures. So yeah, this was a show I absolutely loved back in the 80s. Or in the 90s, actually.
This is your daddy.
Hi, I'm the baby, brand new, just out. Gotta love me. Come on, gotta love me.
Yeah, I'm the baby. I did a terrible impression, but either way, 50 cents as well at the same MCC. And got a copy here of, this is Sonic Racer. It's an old VHS tape. So yeah, kind of cool. Might just throw these in my VHS collection. And the last one, it's funny, it has a price of 50 cents on the side, but it has $9 on the front. I don't know if anyone paid 10 for this, but this is Surf Ninjas. Hilarious movie. It's so cheesy. Rob Schneider, I believe, stars in it. And yeah, I just saw it there. I thought it was kind of cool. It turns out it's kind of an uncommon VHS, but it is what it is.
Moto, sir! Moto, Moto surf!
Board games, holy man. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. Found a ton this week of board games. First one was at a garage sale in Lockport. Guy had this sitting on the ground. It's funny because he told me that he had it from since he was a kid. I didn't even look till I got home, but it actually has a Value Village sticker on the side, so clearly he did not have that since he was a kid. But either way, this is Electronic Battleship, Milton Bradley. It's the vintage version. I believe this is 1980s this one came out. I'm trying to look for a date on the back here. I'm not seeing one. But either way, this is Talking Battleship. It actually holds a little bit of value. I don't actually own this one, so I'll probably just add it to my collection. I have not gone through it yet, so don't know if it's complete. This was on the same day at the Value Village. I got the Pokemon puzzle, $10. A little bit more than I like to pay for board games, but this is the Lego Ninjago game. I got this for my son, so it's going to be put into our collection. And we did check, and all the pieces are there. So there is that one. This one here was at a garage sale in St. Andrews. This was a few weeks ago now. He wanted $3 on it. I wondered if he had a price. No, he didn't. And this is the Game of Thrones board game. I never actually checked if it's complete. It looks complete. He said it was. But it's in great condition, and for $3. I've seen this game a few times, but it always seems to be rather missing pieces or overpriced. So yeah, now I got it. Next up, this was at $3 at the MCC in Brandon. And this is a Ideal Vintage hands down. I have this game already, but I do not have the Vintage Ideal one, so now I do. I'm going to add that to my collection. This might be one of the coolest board games I've found in a long time. Value Village, $5.99, and I did not have a 20% off coupon because we were out of town. This was in Brandon, but for $6 I found the ALF board game. Oh my god. And it's weird because this was not the only ALF thing they had at the Value Village. So really awesome, and that is 100% going in my collection. This was at a garage sale in Selkirk a few weeks ago. $3 is the price they had on this guy. And this is Ticket to Ride New York. I thought it might be worth more, but it's really not. But I'll probably still sell it for definitely more than I paid for it. This was at a garage sale in St. Andrews. $3 was the price they had on it. A lot of board games this week. Oops, sorry. Let's see if I can get in it. And this is a game called Santorini. I've seen this before. I've never actually played it. I might give it a whirl and just throw it in my collection. But yeah, $3 Santorini. This one was at the, I believe, the MCC in Altona. Yes, it was. There it is. $1.50 is the price tag on it. And this is a vintage strawberry shortcake merry-go-round board game. So I like vintage stuff, so it's going to get added to my collection. The last two board games, including a pretty darn cool one, also at the MCC in Altona. This one a little higher in price. There it is right there, $5. And this is a complete mint copy of the World of Warcraft Monopoly. I found this before, but it was missing the pewter pieces. Now it has them, so really happy to add that. I'm probably going to end up reselling that one, but either way. And the last board game this week was at the MCC in Morris, $2. And this is the Sesame Street Great Big Parade game. This is just a vintage Milton Bradley game. I like these types of vintage games, so I'm just going to add that to my personal board game collection. Okay, guys, next up and last but not least for non-video game stuff is toys. So let's go through those. As I mentioned, at the Value Village in Brandon, where I found the ALF board game, the label fell off, but it was $4.99, and they had an ALF plush. Now this is super awesome, and what I ended up doing was I ended up selling the one that I already had to a friend of mine that was looking for one, so I've now added another ALF. Okay, this one here was 45 cents at the MCC in Morris, and this was a vintage Care Bears Cloud Car. I actually had one of these when I was a kid. I figured for 45 cents I'll pick it up and probably resell it. Found these two figures at the same garage sale with the Milton Bradley game, and these are WWE Jakks wrestling figures. They were $1 a piece. You know, they're not worth a bunch, but I figured, you know, they're probably worth more than $1, so I grabbed those there. Next up, found this at the MCC in Austin. It's just a Homer Simpson a ball. It was a quarter. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with that one, but either way, it was pretty cool to see. Found these 3 toys at that same garage sale with the G.I. Joe puzzle. This is a Fisher-Price space figure. They wanted $1 for it. It's in pretty good condition. It's got the actual character and the vehicle itself, so I grabbed that. They had this there as well. It was, I'll see if I can get the price in here. It was $3. And this is a Fisher-Price boat, and it has like a diver here and another person on the boat. So I figured, yeah, for $3, that was kind of cool. I'll add that to my... Oh, sorry, I'll probably end up selling that one. And then, you know, this is funny because I got all those Smurfs last week. Well, here, for $2, they had the Smurf house. So now I got the actual house to go with all the Smurfs. I haven't decided what I'm doing with those Smurfs yet. I might end up selling them. Or ultimately, I'd prefer to trade them if I could, but we'll see how things go. Okay, a few more things here. Found this at a garage sale here in Stonewall. It was a Pokemon tin, and it's actually full of cards. There's no, I don't think anything rare. There's maybe a couple holograms in the whole thing. It's probably like 100 cards in there. I asked the person what she wanted. She said 10, and I was like, 5? And she said, okay. So $5, yeah, I was happy. The last vintage Pokemon tin I bought, I sold pretty easily for about 15 or 20 bucks, so why not? Picked it up. And by the way, you just heard everything fall. Got this at the, this is a thrift store in Winkler, and this was $0.25. It's a Beverly Hills 90210 plush panda bear. It's by Tyco, and yeah, I couldn't find much on eBay, but I figured for $0.25 I would go ahead and pick that up there. Found this guy at this one was, I think, MCC Morris? No, it wasn't, because this has a different sticker. Now I'm drawing a blank where I got this one from. This was at the Super Thrift in Brandon, $1.99. I'm going to have to take a picture for you guys, but this is a bag full of vintage toys. Most of them are McDonald's giveaway stuff, but there are some cool things in here. So I will take a picture and post it right here for you to see it. This was at the Value Village in Brandon, along with the Alf stuff, $3.99. This is a Smurf head, but it's a piggy bank. So there's the coin slot in the back, and underneath there's the stopper. And yeah, I couldn't find much information on this. It says 2 milli on the bottom. Someone just wrote on it. But I figured for that price, I might as well go ahead and grab it. I might add it to my collection, or I might bundle it with that Smurf stuff and sell it off. Found these at a garage sale in Morris. These are Michael Jackson playing cards. I just thought they were cool. The guy wanted $1 for them. He had 2 sets of them, but I just ended up grabbing the one. So that was definitely cool nonetheless. Found this at a garage sale. I don't normally buy clothes, but I was at the garage sale with the Game of Thrones board game, and I was wearing my Avengers shirt, and the guy goes, "Do you like Marvel?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I got a Thanos shirt." So I grabbed this Thanos shirt, and he wanted $1 for it, and it still has the tags on. It's got the Infinity Gauntlet there. It's actually might be a little big on me. It's a large, but I'm going to give it a whirl and see. But either way, for $1, I can't pass it up. Found this at the MCC in Carmen, 75 cents. And this is a plush R2-D2. I don't know, 75 cents. I figured I could probably get a couple bucks for it at least. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, probably going to end up really selling that one. This was a very cool find. I'm just trying to see if the tag is still on it. I don't know what happened to it. This was at the MCC. Is that it there? Nope. The MCC in Grunthal. Not Grunthal. We didn't go to Grunthal. The MCC in Austin. No, yeah, the tag must have fallen off. It was $5, and this is a Build-A-Bear LA Lakers plushie. It's $5. They go for a little bit of money, especially if they have the jerseys, which this one does. So yeah, very, very, very happy to add that to my collection. And I'll probably end up reselling it. I'm not a massive Lakers fan. If it was a Minnesota Timberwolves one, I probably would have done it. Last find for toys, found this at a garage sale here in town. It was one of the charity garage sales, same one with the Bender DVD. This is a Macross. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 15th anniversary Macross. It's obviously a Japanese show. They wanted $2 for it, but it says a military type Super Gerwalk, and it's still on the card, so it's in pretty darn good condition overall. And yeah, for that price, I mean, I have no idea. The values were kind of all over the place. I'll probably end up just posting this for trade or for sale. But yeah, otherwise, they're very, very cool find. Lastly, we have some books and comic books that we're going to quickly go through, and then we're going to move on to the video game stuff. I know it's been a lot this week, guys. In fact, there's a lot more video game stuff than there is, or sorry, non-video game than there is video game stuff. But here we go. Found some comic books. These three were all at the Value Village in Brandon. Very cool overall. These are the Peter Porker Spider-Ham comics. I gotta be honest with you here. I watched Into the Multiverse with Miles Morales, and I did not realize that that Spider Pig was actually a character. But these are vintage ones. So we have Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. These were $1.29 each because they're comic books, and that's how they priced comic books. There's well, they actually don't really have names on them, I guess. Oh, okay. Here's another one. This one, unfortunately, is ripped on the last page. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to keep these in my very small comic book collection. Here's the last one here. So yeah, these were $1.29 each. Very, very, very cool. Also at the Value Village here in Jefferson, I found an Indiana Jones comic book. It's just the further adventures of Indiana Jones. Yeah, so $1.29. They charged it as a comic. They also charge these two for $1.29. There's the Pokemon Black and White little book here. And last but not least, the Amazing Spider-Girl graphic novel, $1.29. Yeah, these are cool. I'll probably just bring them to my school or add them to my collection. And last for books, found this at a garage sale. It was $1, and it is Percy Jackson, The Greek Gods. It's a very big, hardcover, very nice condition book. I'm definitely going to bring this to my school because my students, I have a number of students who tend to like this stuff. So either way, guys, that's it for non-video game pickups, and we are going to jump right into video game pickups. There aren't as many this week, but there still are some to go through. All right, guys, first up, these were all at the Pawn Traders on Sargent. They had two priced at 10 and two priced at 5, and I just said, you know, they're all kind of common title. Did you do 5 for everyone? She said, yeah, so for 20 bucks. So these were 5 each. So for $5, I got FIFA 99, just adding it to my collection. These have been sitting there for a while, and I really didn't want to bite on them at first, but I figured, you know, they'll probably do 5. Madden 2001, just beefing up my sports titles for the Nintendo 64. Virtual Chess 64, this is one that they had 10 on, but they did 5 on it because no one's buying it. And lastly, Olympic Hockey 98. Again, they had it at 10, but they gave it to me for $5. So yeah. This one here was at the garage sale with the Pokemon thing. I found they had a DS case, and I opened it up, and all that was in it was Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown. They gave it to me for $1 for the Game Boy Color. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it was $1, so I can't complain. All right, this one here, $2 at the MCC in Morris. It's hard for me to pass up $2 video games. This was FIFA Street for the Xbox 360. I'm just going to add that to my original Xbox collection. It looks like it might be... Nope, it does have a manual underneath there, so there you go. Complete in the case. All right, these next 4 games were all at the little thrift store in Plum Coulee, Manitoba. And their prices are very weird, but for $2, I got a copy of Board Game Classics for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if you can see the price. It's kind of right there in the corner, very small, $2. But it was complete. It had the manual and the cartridge in there. So yeah, $2. I'll just add it to my personal collection. These 3 were all, I believe, $3. So there's the price there. I don't know why they make them so small. And then they have the date. So this is Dynasty Warriors 2 for the PlayStation 2. That's a good price overall. I don't mind paying that, and it is complete in the case. Mobile Light Force 2, $3 as well. And this one was missing the manual, I believe. Yes, it was. But again, for $3, it's not a terrible price. And lastly, Devil Kings. A sticker thing fell off this one. I don't know where it is. I already own a copy of Devil Kings, but it's like a $20 to $25 game, so I'll most likely end up just trading this. And it is complete in the case, this one here. All right, and that was it from that little adventure. All right, this one here was at a garage sale. Now, I got a story with this one, very quick one. Same garage sale with the Ticket to Ride board game. They had some PS3 games, and I grabbed 2 of them. I grabbed Captain America Super Soldier and this one, Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, and they were all $5. I said, would you do 4? And she said, sure. So I got this for $4. Right after I got it, a guy showed up there, and he saw that I got Captain America, and he was clearly upset because I guess he had wanted it. So I left, and he met me up at another garage sale. And he says, hey man, I was there, I didn't have any money, I went to go to the bank machine and I came back and you had bought it. Is there any chance you'd sell it to me for 10? And I thought, you know what, like, I don't really want the game, I'll try to be a nice guy. So I said, just give me $5 for it. So he gave me 5. I didn't realize it was like a $50 game. I was talking to Neil later, he's like, yeah man, that game's actually kind of hard to find. I mean, whatever, I didn't need it. I'm hoping he wasn't a reseller and he actually wanted the game, but whatever. Lost out on that one. These games here were all at the... so last video, if you were watching, I said that I had picked up some sports games for $1 at Dino's Pawn, and 2 of them didn't have the cases. Well, I went back and got the discs for them. So Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2 for the original Xbox. These are just games to beef up my original Xbox collection. Complete in the case. As some of you know, I'm going for a complete set, and these are just going to go to that. Tennis Masters Series 2003. Yeah, so what I had done is I left without getting the discs from them because they kept them behind the counters. So, but while I was back there, I went through their stuff, and they had 3 more games I needed, and they did them for $1 a piece. MTX Moto Tracks. That's how you build a collection, everyone. $1 games. I see what some people are paying for Wii games now, and it scares me. Complete in the case. It scares me because I don't think they're going to get that money back if they ever want to sell it. MX 2002. I think this one might be missing the manual. I'll let you know in a second. Yes, it is. And lastly, Dance Dance Revolution Ultra Mix 3. So I think I still might be missing one of these DDR games. And it is complete in the case. Now, these next 3 games I got on a trade. So I posted those magic cards. If you're watching my previous videos, I found a boxed set of magic cards at a garage sale. Posted them for trade or offers on Marketplace. A guy messaged me. I had dealt with him before, and he said, oh, I got some video games. Do you want to do a trade? So I traded those for these 3 games. Now, I paid $2 for those magic cards, so this was a great deal. First one, Mobile Suit Gundam Journey to Jaburo for the PS2. He had some other games, but I already had them. Some were PSP, and I checked if Neil needed them, but he didn't. Complete in the case. So that's just going in my PS2 collection. He traded me Final Fantasy VIII. Surprisingly, I did not have this one for the PS1. So this is going to go in my PS1 collection. And he also traded me Final Fantasy Tactics for the PS1 Greatest Hits Edition. And this is going in my PlayStation 1 collection. So, next up, all right, these 2 games I got in Portage la Prairie at a pawn shop. The guy wanted $5 a piece. So the first one was The Godfather Mob Wars for the PSP. Now, unfortunately, the front cover's kind of damaged. I originally got this thinking Neil might need it, but he didn't. So, you know what? I'll just put it in my PSP collection. And lastly, Professor Layton's Unwound Future. He originally said he wanted 10 on his DS games, but I said, would you do 5? And he said, okay. This one actually has some value. I believe it is complete. Oh, now I'm gonna. Oh yeah, it is. There's a lot of stuff in there. So there it is. So this one will probably end up getting traded, or it could just sit in my collection. I really don't know. These 2 games, we were in Brandon at a store called Ollie's something or other. It was like a antique junk store. I don't really know, but he had basically was just kind of throwing out prices on anything you picked up. So he had a bunch of video games, and he said he wanted $10 a piece. Most of them that was too much, but for New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii U, yeah, that's pretty decent. So I added this to my Wii U collection, and it is complete in the case, and it was $10. And he had a big bin of controllers, and I was going through all of them, and he did have one N64 controller. Of course, the price he threw out, $10. I offered him $5. He goes, well, I can't because it's Nintendo. And I said, well, the joystick's a little jiggly, you know, and it might need to be replaced. And he said, yeah, sure, give me $5. I actually think it'll still be okay, but, you know, a deal's a deal. I was happy to get it. So, we have, this is another interesting story. I bought some trade games to Brandon because there is a game store there, and I have a big deal that I was trying to work out. And one of the games I brought was this game, but I found another copy there. I was at a pawn shop there, and they had it for $5. Style Savvy for the DS. It's surprisingly like a $30 game. I did end up trading it, and then I found another one for $5. And this one, not only being complete, had a bonus GBA game, Bratz, in there as well. Not like I care or anything, but it was just kind of interesting to find it. So, nonetheless. Also, almost at the end here, guys, this was $1 at the MCC in Altona, right there. It actually says right on where it's from. And this is an Xbox Connect. You know, these are pretty easy sells online for about 20 to 25, and for $1, yeah, I'll take it. It says untested on there, but they generally always tend to work. Also at the MCC in Carmen, found this one. I believe they had the price on the inside. Let me just check. Yeah, oh, okay, I dropped something. So it was sitting in their display case, and it says as is $5. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there it is. Well, this is a Guitar Hero. So basically, it's got the Guitar Hero on tour with the manual and everything here. It's got the actual thumb pad there that you use to play it on DS. And it's got this really cool, like, custom case for the DS. So these cases were sold separately, and then basically it had a spot for your games. I believe it has... Yeah, I dropped the stylus. Okay, so it has a stylus. It's just missing the pick. You know what? For $5, I figured I'd find something to do with it. Trade it, sell it, who knows? $5 was a decent price overall. Okay, we're almost at the end here, guys. This is a big one, so I'm going to try to... I have to move a bit to get it. This was a really big surprise. So this first morning in Brandon, we go to the Super Thrift. And nothing in the video game section. I'm looking at the toys, and I see this jammed into a cupboard in the toy section. And I was amazed to see what the price was. So I'll see if I can get the price in there. It was $10, $9.99. This is a absolutely mint boxed copy of the Socrates video game system. This is super cool. I have no experience with these things. I know they don't sell for a ton. It's like an early learning computer, but I love these things. The only unfortunate part is it's missing the power adapter. Now, it does still work with batteries, but it would have been nice to have the power adapter or maybe a game or two in there. But that was definitely a cool find, and I'm just going to add it to my collection. All right, we are at the final couple finds here. So these ones were actually, I'll probably show a video here. We were pulling into Morris, Manitoba, my wife and I doing some out-of-town thrifting, and she sees this huge garage sale. It was a cool garage sale. I got those Michael Jackson playing cards there. They had wrestling figures, board games. Everything was a little overpriced. He had a big bin of video games, however, and I'm looking through them, and I find these two first. $5 each. I got Blaze Blue for the PS3. The prices are right on there. He had stickers on most of the games were $5, except for one of the other ones, and it is complete in the case. So I'm going to add this to my PS3 collection. This one's not worth much, but I just figured I'd add it. This one's worth a little more. The orange box. I have this game already for the original Xbox 360, but I don't own it for the PS3. Now, unfortunately, it is missing the manual. But either way, I'm going to add that to my PS3 collection. And then I saw this one, and I don't know anything about this game, but I know that Godzilla games tend to be uncommon and worth a bit of money. So for $10, I got Godzilla for the PS4. I had no idea this game was like well over $200. So if you know why, please tell me, why is this game worth $200+? It's selling for about $200 American right now. Holy man, what a score. I'm just going to put this up on eBay because I have no intention of collecting for the PS4. But wow, what a score. $10 find. And the last one, surprisingly, a rarer game. Now, there's a huge story behind this one. I'm going to try to make this quick. I have a friend. I'm not going to say his name on here. He was going for a complete NES collection around the same time I was going for a complete NES collection. He wanted, however, to get all the unlicensed games, all the PAL games, all the Hess Australian games, everything. And I had some in my collection, and I was just going for the licensed stuff. So I ended up selling this game to him about 5 or 6 years ago to put into his collection. Just recently, he sold off all of his games, and this was in the pile, and I asked him if he'd pull it aside to resell it to me because I always wanted to add it back to my collection. He said he would, but then he forgot, and he sold the entire collection to a game store in a town that we were in. I happened to be there. I brought some trade credit. He was willing to sell it to me. So all of the games that I brought in to him, there was nothing amazing in there. He gave me $100 in trade credit. I put in $20 of my own cash. All of the games that I had in for the trade were about $25. So this game essentially cost me about $45. This game is incredibly rare. It's like there's no copies on eBay right now. They almost never come up, but nobody wants it. And this is Little Red Hood for the Nintendo Entertainment System. AVGN famously did a video on this game and how terrible it was, and this was my original copy. I have played it. It's a very interesting and terrible game. It was only released in Australia, and it is very rare, like incredibly hard to find. But again, nobody really wants it. Like, I don't think it's really on people's lists as games they want to get for their collection. But I'm super stoked to get it back into my collection. Otherwise, guys, there's not much else this week. Sorry for some of the photo issues here. I just have so much stuff and I really haven't figured out a good location yet to film. Hopefully I have that figured out in the next few videos or so, but stay tuned because I got a really funny Wii terrible covers video coming up and more videos after that. But I appreciate all your support. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, smash that like button, comment below, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.